Good evening. Welcome to my Sunday live. I hope you're all well. Good evening, Joanna. It's wild and windy and rainy here. And in the last hour or so, our internet has gone out twice. So I am keeping my fingers and my toes crossed that it remains up and stable for the next hour. So if I disappear off, then that is why. But fingers crossed. We are all good. Hello. Welcome. Tonight we are using Dainty Delight. This is a new stamp set with dies from the new mini, which is now live. Hello, Danette. I know, Mary. I know it started about, well, maybe it was about 6 o'clock. I don't know. It's gone off twice since, and I was like, much to my son's horror as his games stopped playing. It was like, oh, the Wi-Fi's gone down. I was like, oh no, my Facebook Live. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Look, right, I'm going to pop it onto desk view because I wanted to share with you. Celebration is now live as well. So this started 5th of January through to the 28th of February, and the catalogue runs until the end of April. So January to April. I know, right, Mary, don't they know it's stamping time? I think we've contacted our friends who are just around the corner, and they've had similar issues, but they're on a different internet provider. So I think it's something more locally rather than our internet provider. So yeah, we'll just keep our fingers and toes crossed. So hey, Heather, it's such a beautiful bundle, isn't it? We'll have to catch up later. So it is, I didn't think about which page it was on. So it is the, I don't know, I'll just flick through. So this is the new catalogue. If you haven't seen inside, this is the new catalogue. So we've got lots of hearts, and this one I love this one. Love for You, this is called, and this has got big sentiments and flowers. It die cuts thin lettering, the thick stamp lettering, and it's got outlines as well, so you can kind of mix and match those. There's milkshakes and cats, which have just got in my order. I was trying to resist, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get them. This Fancy Flora Suite is gorgeous. This die is amazing. It does a really intricate, gorgeous background die. And the papers are stunning. There's lots of things with this one. There's a big lantern and kind of outdoorsy, whimsical kind of set there. Now this one I didn't originally get. I was trying to resist. Now flowers is all me and big sentiments, but I was trying to resist. I was trying to be good. And then this coordinates with some of the celebration papers, and I'm loving using the papers, and I was like, oh, now I need the stamp set and the bundle because it's got these beautiful dies, and it's got the labels and things. I was like, oh, so that one's winging its way to me as well. The Seaside one by the bay, love that one. There's like a background one there. I thought this would be nice for like Easter basket, Easter nest, a bit more kind of woodlandy. So I thought that would be nice. Chris's resistance is futile. I know, right? Now the bee took my eye immediately on stage. This was demoed by the lovely Laura Milligan. It was her $1 million stamp set. I actually met her at the Silver Elite, like the lunchtime dinner thing. Can't think what the name of it is now. I was lucky enough to sit next to her, so we chatted. I was like, I have to buy that set. So lovely. The geese are pretty cute. He's my favorite with the balloon. I'd buy the set just for that one. I think I have resisted that one so far. backgrounds and more sea turtles and things like that. This one, Regency Park. I'm doing a class with this one. And I have shared some cards with this on my Instagram account. Also launching on Tuesday is Brian and Emma's super awesome fun time card kit using this bundle and papers. So watch out for that on my website. You'll be able to book a place for that kit, or you can access it online should you wish to. So there are gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm still going through to find this set that we're using tonight. So the Farmyard, that one matches the this paper here in Celebration. So it kind of bundles up with that. This is got some it's got beautiful dies in that one. Marigold Moments is another floral set. This one, love the words in this one. Really love the words in this one. I love that one. That sample there made me buy the stamp set. I just can't tell you what a gift it is to call you my friend and then have it in like a rainbow painting. So lovely. Plants, if you're a plant lover, I think that would kind of appeal. I can't keep plants alive, so stamps are the only way I can keep plants alive. Conversation bubbles, something a bit different. Hello, lovely Kim. Yeah, I really like this one. This one was demoed at On Stage as well, our demonstrator event, and that one grabbed me for something just to mix and match with lots of different sets. I can imagine using that a lot. More gnomes that coordinate with the dies from the previous mini, the Christmas mini. So if you've got the gnomes and the dies for that, they coordinate. Lucky Clover bundle. We've obviously just opened in Ireland as well, but that's a nice good luck card for anyone. Really nice. St. Patrick's Day in there as well. There's more earthy tones. Delicate Desert, this one is called. Animal print papers and some words. Ballet dancers. Not to overlook the lovely vellum. I haven't ordered this yet, but this vellum basics, I think you could quickly flick past this, and I think we're going to start seeing this with people using it, and then you'll be thinking, where did that come from? So Vellum Basics 12 by 12 Speciality Designer Series paper. It has got like foliage, dots and stripes on it. It's really tricky to see in the catalogue, but I think it would be lovely background accents. This one I've used a little bit. My catalogue was so well looked through, it's falling apart. Taco Fiesta. Another million sales achiever by Erica Serwin. I've seen lots of fun stuff done with that, and if you can have it with faces or without faces, it's kind of cool. Sweet Citrus bundle, love this. Playing in the rain or shine. This has got some cute characters, so lots of cute characters in this one. Nice for colouring. If you wanted to start off and see if you were going to use it, I would recommend getting the DSP because it's got loads of the characters in the DSP, so you could make a lot of the cards, and then like if you wanted to make more and you were enjoying it, you could kind of add on the bundle. Easter bunnies and words. Rejoice in Him, nice foliage. I love the font in that. And then Dainty Delight bundle. This is the one that I'm using tonight. And this is the one that I am doing my class on. Now, I did put out an Instagram story saying that the class was closing yesterday. I thought yesterday was Sunday. So I then found myself with an extra day, which was lovely. But it does mean that the class doesn't close until this evening because I am placing orders for any products for the kits tomorrow night. So when I get home from work. So you've got until sort of midnight, early tomorrow morning to purchase a kit if you would still like to join that class. Now that class is running on, let me tell you, the 28th, Saturday the 28th of January. Now you don't need to be there in person. Obviously it would be lovely to see you there. We have a Zoom, and you can come into the Zoom, but you will also get access to a Facebook Live, a Facebook stream, PDF, and recorded video. So I record clean edited video, so you don't have to watch the replay of the live session. You can just watch a video run through of all the projects that are embedded in my PDFs. So should you choose to sign up to the online version, obviously we'd love to see you live, but you'll also get access to the recorded content and PDF instructions as well. So this is the one we're using tonight, page 55 of the mini. I will just continue through quickly, just in case you haven't seen the catalogue, haven't seen the inside of the catalogue. This is called Enjoy the Journey. Fun for outdoorsy, kind of, it's got some florals in there as well. You Belong Among the Stars, Mountains of Thanks. So there's lots of kind of adventure-y, outdoorsy kind of cards with that. I think that was Hazel, I've just read your comment. You forgot it was Sunday. Yeah, I think this there'll be lots of fun samples with this one. The Thistle, I've started to use that one already. I love that one. So pretty. World Map and these gorgeous alphabet dies. They're slim, tall. They're a really nice size die. We've got more masks and a great set here. If you're looking for a set that's like mum, dad, daughter, grandpa, there's all the kind of combinations in there, especially if you get requests for making cards, things like that as well. You can personalize them with that. Brush bouquet bundle, again, not one that has made my order yet. I'm waiting. I'm holding back on that one at the moment. I'm resisting. I think it'll end up in my basket. Picturesque. I think this one's nice. Sort of simple, quick, easy cards. I quite like that one. Framed Florets has already been around kind of a little bit in advance of the catalogue. So I'm sure you've seen that one already. As did the Warm Welcome. That was Jenny Powley's $1 Million set. This is a fun birthday one for colouring. Ready to Ride, so masculine biker set. Pirate boats, Father's Day kind of images. And a musical set with musical notes and stuff. And then these Memories and More cards. I really like these. Really modern, really fresh. Really like those. And that's it. We're at the back of the catalogue. So at the back, you get examples of the bundles made with different colorways. So it's always worth having a look here for extra inspiration. There's often really lovely samples here that aren't maybe that aren't shown on the pages with the main suite, and they're different sort of style or different colors. So it's always a nice place to look for layouts and things like that as well. And then you get into the back of the catalogue and you've got all your punches and your accessories and things like that. I think it's always worth pointing out as well that like new embossing folders, embossing folders will sit here as well. So if you've maybe skipped through the catalogue, looking at the pretty images, looking at the pretty papers, some of these embossing folders and things can go a little bit unnoticed. So I always like to look at the back and check that I've seen them all. And then it refers you back to the page that it was originally shown. So like page 31 had the cane weave embossing folder. Hello, hello to everyone joining. And then that is part of the Sentimental Park suite. But obviously you can use it separately as well. But just something I like to do. I kind of go to that index and check that I've seen everything in the catalogue. It's kind of, and good for embellishments too, Hazel. You are quite right. So it gives you a close-up of all those pretty embellishments that that we're carrying in this mini catalogue. The other spot, and I've got some on the way, is small blending brushes. So we have this size. So the smaller blending brushes are probably, I don't know about that, but I will share with you once they come, and I will give you kind of my thoughts on those. But useful for getting into more intricate areas, perhaps. I've just ordered 1 pack of 3 to give them a go, and I shall let you know. If you'd like a catalogue with a celebration brochure, you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like one posting out, drop me a message and I will be happy to pop one in the post to you. So enough of my rambling, let's get stamping. I think it's nice to have a quick flick through the catalogue, isn't it, and sort of check you've seen everything, and if you haven't seen inside the catalogue, it's a nice little look through. So this has got like 4 floral images. Let's pull these off. And the nice thing about this stamp set is that it coordinates with some celebration papers. So there's that little grassy flowery one too. Let's pull that off because I haven't. Oh, host sets, Carol, you are correct. Did miss the host set, and I have got one coming actually. I'm really looking forward to this. I might, if it comes in time, I'll share it next Sunday. There is the host sets at the back. So if you host a party or you put through an order of a qualifying amount, there is this At the Pond Froggy set at the back, worth £22 in value, but you would use only 13 of your stamping rewards. But if you want any more information on that, let me know. And the other is this designer paper. So this is a 48 sheet pack. So it's a mega pack of paper. Lots of fun, bright colours. And then there is the celebration one, which is the one I've got coming. Is this one. This is a host. So if you host a party and your order total collectively comes to someone's going to correct me, 275, I believe, or if you put in an order amount of that value, you add one of these to your order for free. So there's a really pretty garden gate, pots sort of stacked up, and then this garden bench. That is the set. That is the one that I've got my eye on. I've got a card in mind and I can't wait to make it. So yeah, pretty that one. But they are your host sets too. Has anyone got their what's their favourites? Have you got ones that you particularly have your eye on? I'm not sure what I'm doing tonight. I'm just chatting about the catalogue, but I've got no idea what I'm doing. Oh yeah, some of the sets do come in photopolymer and cling. Do you know, what do I prefer? It depends. If I'm stamping something like this, I'm very happy with the red rubber. But photopolymer definitely has its place where you want to kind of position things. So like I do like certain word sets and things like that being in photopolymer, but yeah, I do like the way a red rubber stamp stamps. Jelly says Dainty Delight is my #1. Yay. Citrus bundle. Love the owl, and the owls are so cute. The owls are the cutest in Celebration, aren't they? Right. So I thought I've been cutting a little bit of gold foil for something today, so I was kind of a bit in the kind of gold space in my head, I suppose. I thought, what goes well with gold? Navy. I do love a gold and navy combination. So that is as far as I've thought in my head, was to grab some navy ink and colour this in. beyond that, we'll see where this goes. Right, paintbrush and some water. Hoping I've got water in my paintbrush because my jar of water is empty. Okay, so I've got a water painter with water in the barrel, and I've just squeezed that down to come to the tip. And I'm going to use the ink from these flowers just to flood some of the ink. I've done this many times before, but I absolutely love the way this looks. It kind of looks like, is it Delft China? It looks like that kind of blue China-y look. I really love it, and it's very simple as long as you don't oversaturate and put too much water and really kind of like, I don't know, scrub out your lines, for want of a better explanation, because you still want the darker lines to be there, but you're kind of pulling some of the ink from it into the flower. So let's do this. Yeah, you get some awesome extras, don't you, Deborah, when you kind of do that bigger order. I've just spotted Kim's comment, actually, just going back to the kind of question about photopolymer and clear. Photopolymer, and clear red rubber. There are 5 sets in the mini catalogue. I'm not going to be able to reel them off the top of my head, but there are 5 in the catalogue that you have the choice of both for the same value. So you'll pay the same money, but you can choose whether you would prefer to have the set in this style or the clear photopolymer. Hello, hello. I'm hoping I'm back. My internet had gone completely down. I'm now back in my broadcast, but I'm hoping if you're there, give me a message, say hello. I'm hoping I'm back on. Yay! I downed tools because I knew it had frozen, so I was waiting for the internet to come back. Hurrah! Right, let's crack on. Right, I'm back. So, where were we? Sorry, my internet has been up and down like a yo-yo. So, as I say, twice before I came on live, it was down. It doesn't seem to be going off for very long. It does seem to be like a local issue as opposed to my specific internet provider. So hopefully we'll get to the end of the live without it disappearing again. Sorry about that. A very massive gap in the live. Thank you for all being patient and waiting. Back. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I say they obviously didn't get the memo about me needing to be on my live. Okay, so I think we're nearly there. I'm just going to add some darker navy to the tips of those flowers. So pretty. And then I'm going to do the same with one of the others, I think. Thought I'd nipped out for a glass of wine. No, I've got my cup of tea. No wine tonight. No, I'll just pause there. I'll just nip out, get a glass of wine, and then I'll be back. Let's stamp this one. And it's just typical, isn't it? Typical. Thank you, everyone. All right. Let's keep colouring with this. So, as I say, Dainty Delight, such a pretty stamp set. Okay, we are I'm not adding extra ink. I'm actually using the ink from the lines. There's quite a lot of ink there, so I'm just making sure that brush stays clean. It's damp to touch, but there is not a lot of water coming out of that, so that it pulls the ink but doesn't flood the image, because these are really small flowers. They're really delicate. Caroline, this will be on my next order. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, really gorgeous. Okay. So, let's say my online class is with it on the 28th of January. So if you'd like to join, we're making three projects. One of them is a fancy fold. It's a live Zoom, so you can ask questions and we can chat, and then you get a PDF and a pre-recorded edited video embedded in the PDF. So if you can't make the live, then you can watch it at your leisure and pleasure, depending on time zone or other commitments that you might have on that particular day. And that's the PDF is made available a little bit before the class. There we go. Okay, so let's shall I do that one as well? Maybe. I know, it's pretty. I love it didn't stamp very well, did it? Stamp that. This is Night of Navy. Depending, sometimes I've seen navy, the pigment from a navy go quite pink. So if that does that with yours, I would say try an alternative blue. Sometimes it can be when it waters down too much, actually. So right, I'm going to heat this just so that it sets the ink. Now this has got some gorgeous dies. It's got dies to cut out these images. That way around. And it's got extra dies. So it's got like this little whatever you call that. And it's got the little freefie bit to put on top, or you can just use it separately, which I really like. Got like little daisies and these ones as well, and then it's got like a lavender style kind of top, and then like a half daisy, and some little tiny leaves, and then these are the centers if you want extra centers for that, and then these ones are like the half centers for the half daisy, so that's what they are, or they're little polka dots maybe to go on your images. But I'm going to die cut that one in gold to mix and match with our stamped images. Let's cut that. I've got some gold foil. I was cutting some of that earlier. See, that's cut through okay. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Everything looks stunning in a gold foil, doesn't it, when you cut it? I just think the die can look really pretty cut in a white or a colour, but as soon as you put it on a gold or a foil, it just is something extra. I really do. Okay. I'm lining these dies up to go through because we've gone to the effort of colouring them all. We now don't want them to cut squint. I want them to cut perfectly straight. I might have to cut that one separately. I've stamped them a bit close together. Let me take that down. Who else has been crafting this weekend? It's been really rainy and windy here. I'd like to think that might be part of the problem with the internet, but I suspect there's some railway, I don't know, there's some roadworks and railway works, and I don't know, maybe just a combination of things. Right. Let's cut that. And last one, I'll just cut this middle one. Sorry, waiting for me to cut these. Katie says, been a craft day. Task myself to post a project every day on Instagram. Whoa, you're going to be busy. I'd love to do that too. I'm trying to post more on Instagram, but daily I think is going to be, well, I've already failed. But I shall post more regularly, I think. I'll post even more. I'd love to post daily. That would be... yeah, maybe I'll work up to it. Oh, Sue, your phone went today. So moving all your card space. No, That is going to give you so much space. Oh my goodness, that's going to be amazing. But you're going to have a lot of moving around and decision making as to what you put where, aren't you? Okay, let's layer this up. Shall we pop this on? I'm thinking maybe a navy frame or rather than navy full base, maybe just a navy layer. Where is that white? Okay, so this has been cut. That navy's been cut to 8 centimeters by 12 centimeters. I wonder if we snip this. Yeah, no help. Oh, I would happily will happily pop over and give you some suggestions. I'd love to see the space because it's yeah, it's going to give you loads of space, isn't it? Right, let's do layers and layers. Maybe, not sure if I maybe want this on white. I don't know. I can kind of come up further there, maybe. It looks so nice on the white, doesn't it? I think the navy is a bit heavy. Might do it the opposite. Go white layer, and then I know what I've got cut actually. I've got loads of wondering. I've got loads of extras of these cut actually. So really pops on the white, doesn't it? Really nice. So maybe let's layer it onto that. Could maybe then pop. That needs to be a little bigger. And we can have the navy behind. I'll cut another one of them. So that needs to be, what did we say, 12? So the height's okay, but the width needs to be more. So let's go, I think that's too big. 9 centimeters maybe. Yeah. Maybe a smidge less. Oh my goodness. Right, 9. Let's go a few millimeters off that. Yeah, there we go. So that's 12 by 8.8. Just to give that a border. Maybe even make that border a little slimmer. Or stamp something navy behind. Oh my goodness, decisions. Oh, I know, actually. You know what we've got? We've got all the coordinating designer series paper, actually. And in here is this lovely paper. We could cut a layer of that. And do that instead. What do you think? That's better actually. So that is the coordinating paper from that celebration. I like that. And then we could just put some white baker's twine around. Maybe. There we could go. White baker's twine. Oh, I've not left that tail long enough. Oh my goodness. What's going on tonight? All this rainy, stormy weather is a little bow. Nice. Let's pop that on some dimensionals. Gorgeous designer paper, isn't it? Really pretty. Kind of looks trellisy, doesn't it? Really like that. And let's pop that in the middle. And we can oh, have you lost me on Facebook? Oh, how annoying. Hopefully. Oh, YouTube still seems to be going. I'm just going to plow on. Maybe just need to craft quicker. Like I say, they obviously didn't get the memo about me doing my live. I mean, I'm here every week. They should know that Sunday at this time is not a good time. Connection. Okay, a few people still on Facebook. That's good. Right. Let's sort of slide that in. I am going to layer these with dimensionals just to give them an extra on top. And then we can kind of might glue dot them in actually, or glue them in so that they're a bit flatter. Just at the bottom of those. Let's try and hide that stem a little bit. There. The twine's still coming out from the side, but there we go. So we've got our layer with our touch of gold, and then we just need a sentiment to go onto that. So there's a really nice one in here that says "Celebrate You." Oh, sorry, not the camera. Yeah, navy and silver. Navy with a metallic is lovely, even with copper or something like that. It's really lovely as well, isn't it? Let's do "Celebrate You." Or actually, I like, there is a sentiment in this one that says "Thank you for your kindness." Now, I like that as a sentiment, but I don't want such a big sentiment on this particular card. So I'm going to go your kindness, and in that I can chop out the word "for you." And so we can have that just popped on top, maybe like there, which I quite like, or we could pop it over here so that it's a bit more visible off the edge. I like it there, I think. So Joanne says, "I love navy with copper." Yeah, me too. Such a nice combo, isn't it? Okay. Let's just do a little glue on the edge of that, and we'll pop that on there. So that doesn't matter which colour base, because this is going to pretty much cover the front. So I am going to put it on a white, because it means I don't then have to do a white inside. And let's score that. Oh, what size have I? Oh, I have cut it with a little border. That's okay. I thought I'd cut it to cover the entire front, but actually the white is nice. I quite like the nice white frame. And then we can do a little bit of stamping inside the card, because we're only week 2 of my promising myself I will do the insides of my cards. I need to keep that up. Let's put a little sparkle. What about these beautiful ones? These are gorgeous. These are iridescent pastel gems. Now, the blue of that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Let's tuck that in. We'll have a few of those just around there, I think. There, a couple of those, and then let's stamp the inside of the card. So we'll just do super simple, and the envelope, Donna, and the envelope, yes. So we can do stampy in the inside. Ta-da! And we can do the same on the envelope. So we did DSP last time, didn't we? We can do the same. Let's do check with the right way up. So these envelopes stamp beautifully. So I've got that on the front, and then we can stamp a little bit on here as well. Maybe have a little. Which way should we go? I want it kind of that way, actually. So if I go sort of there. Then you've got it on the edge of the envelope on the back for the recipient, and you've got it on the front where you address it. So that just ties it all together. That is a wise move, Hazel. Love the iridescent pastel gems, bought 2. A wise move indeed. I mean, they're only a short packet, so I mean, you know, you're going to need 2. Oh, okay, so Jackie will be impressed. Always inside and envelopes. Oh, thank you. There you go. Insides and envelopes done for that one. There you go. So that's the first one. Should we make another, providing the, I don't want to jinx it, but you know what holds out. We'll go for another. Let's have a look at this designer paper, because the designer paper is free with a £45 order. So if you were to buy this bundle, then you could add the DSP for free. Ah, thank you, Joanna. She says gorgeous, gorgeous. I totally agree, Donna. I can't have too many resolutions. Best to just make small changes that end up as habits. I agree completely. Completely. Right, let's have a look at this designer paper. So let's move you up a little. Oh, sorry for the moving you around. Right, so we've seen this one. I mean, these wreaths are gorgeous. They're just asking to be cut out, aren't they? Oh, we could do some with. I'm thinking this one. Right, I'll come back to that in a second. This one is slightly bigger as well. Maybe that one. There's a bit of white that's snuck in there. This is gorgeous. Love these. Love this. fresh freesia. Yeah, I think it's going to be, I've got 2 packs kind of layered part and part. I've been half using bits and bobs. Right, let's come back to these. You know, this is happening. I know this is not going to be for everyone, but I don't mind a bit of fussy cutting and I am up for it. I am wanting to chop this paper out. So let's do that. Let's go. I'm thinking some sort of, I don't know, a little wreath or, a little collection of these doing something. So this paper would look absolutely stunning, just chopped as a 4x6 with a sentiment panel across the middle, or even something like that with a sentiment and a little die cut flower. You don't need to be cutting this out to get the best, like to use this paper. It's only because I love cutting stuff out like this. And yeah, I thought we could as I say, maybe create a wreath or something. We'll do something with these. So right. Excuse me. I'm hoping I muted my mic in time. I just sneezed. Apologies if you heard me. Now, these are really thin stems. I am not cutting really, really close to the stems. Otherwise, they'll go all wibbly wobbly and they will be no use to glue down and they'll just be all snipped at. So leave yourself enough of a border that it still sort of doesn't all fall apart. Okay, so we have one. Let's pop it on there so you can see that. Muted but saw the paper fly. I was like, what? Funny. These are so pretty. And the thing I love about this paper is it's going to give you such inspiration for colouring these images. You know, like if you stamp that out, stamp it in a dark evening evergreen, and then you could colour in those flowers in a raspberry, and you've got kind of colour inspiration straight off that paper to use with your stamps and dies. Hazel says, well, cutting those flowers won't be on my to-do list. Have you got enough to be doing without that, Hazel? I think you might. I think you might be busy enough without cutting around these flowers. So yeah, funny. I did an Instagram reel. I was like, I really wanted to cut out the long. So on the piece of paper, I've cut them all out now, but on the piece of paper that has the wreaths, there's like 2 larger images down the center. If you haven't seen it, I've made a reel with one of those cards. And I had it on, I think, 4 times speed. So it looked like my scissors were going absolutely like crazy cutting these out, but I was going my normal speed. But yeah, it was funny. Half of them would be on the floor. Hazel would just be pruning them off the paper. Would be mulching them for compost. I've seen your fussy cutting. They wouldn't be. They'd be absolutely fine. But it's yeah, not the quickest job, is it? It's using the back of the scissors and maneuvering the paper rather than, and my arms are resting on the desk as well, so like my arms aren't hanging in the air either, so I am resting them down to allow for a bit more stability. So that's the slightly larger pattern, and then we've got the tiny pattern. I wanted to cut maybe like, let's cut a smaller one of them. I'm just randomly cutting into this to make the most efficient use of the paper. I mean, whoever designed this is truly genius, because this paper is lovely. Let's use the edge of that one. You're all sticking with me for the cutting out. Melissa says, I like to fussy cut watching TV. Yeah, me too. It's I think it's, I have done crochet in the past a little bit, and it's a bit kind of, that's sort of a hobby I would do in front of the TV. It's that kind of hobby, isn't it? If you're kind of listening and looking up a little bit, but you can kind of then do some cutting out or something else at the same time. I think we should make a wreath. I think I do like a wreath card. We've probably got enough in a minute to put something together. And I mean, there is a wreath on the paper. We could have just cut that one out, right? Funny. I'm going to make some basic layered cards with this paper as well. It's lovely. Do you know, this would look, do you know what this would look nice with as well? I was just thinking, do you know in the annual catalogue there is that, what's that stamp set? It's got the basket in it. I don't know what it's called. And the teacups as well. I'm looking up on my shelf. I don't know if Carol's on here. Carol will be able to help me out. It's hey Jet, you did hear wreath. No, fussy cutting some of these little things out. But I thought these would look cute in anything actually. If you've got like a stamp set from an older stamp set, maybe like a wheelbarrow or a basket or a bucket or a, you know, anything that you could put these in, it would match up with those, wouldn't it? I might make one with the teacup another day. Oh, that top bit's gone a bit weird, but that's okay. Last one. Let's do this little. It's having enough paper to hold on to while you cut round that. That's the tricky bit actually. Sometimes I think holding it with some tweezers might help. Okay, let's see what we've got in that, and if we need to cut a few more we can, I suppose. Or I could maybe actually, what about cutting? I won't fussy cut any more of them, but what I could do is die cut some of these. So this die, haven't we? The mason jar, yes. Cheerful basket bundle, thank you. Nancy. Yes. The mason jar would look great as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Coming. So this one. Oh, the gold's still there. Shall we have another one of them? And maybe a third. Get another one out of that, yes. Let me do one more and then we can piece this together. Now that's not cut properly because I had layers left in the die. That's okay. I can pull that fine. When you just want to make sure that those spaces are emptied out so that the cuts can cut properly. If you keep cutting and it keeps filling in that space, the die won't cut so nicely. Oh, the bottle punch, yes, because these are tiny flowers. They would sit perfectly in the little bottles, wouldn't they? Yeah, they would be sweet. Right. Let's add a bit of colour to this. So the blending brush is going to be perfect for that. We can add on, I'm thinking Old Olive. There's kind of the darker tones in that green there. So let's do that. Europe. Get those and a brush. Hey Andrea. Let's add a bit of green to those. I love how adding with a blending brush just adds all like the different tones to these pieces. Let's add a little bit darker across some of those bits. There we go. So we've got our leafy foliage. Donna, I haven't. I've ordered them whenever I ordered last. I can't think, the other day. So they are on their way. I've got a packet of them coming. The mini blending brushes. So they're about, I don't know, sort of a quarter, slightly over a quarter of that size, I'm guessing, from what I've kind of seen. But yeah, I can't wait to get those. I've got a stitch circle in my little stash. Is that going to be big enough? I think I might cut a bigger one. Stitched stylish shape dies. I wouldn't be without these in my craft stash. I consider them a staple rather than a, if you've got a cut and emboss machine, I'd say those stylish shapes are just such a handy pack of dies. If I was recommending any dies to get, they would be my top pick. 28 and you £28 and you've got all the squares, all the circles and the banners, and I use them loads and loads. Okay, let's pop this on. Should we use our glue? Katie says, I've just used this. I know, I use them all the time. All the time. And let's do another little bit of glue. Oops. And we can trim that off. Oh, I'm not worried about that kind of bumping up a little bit because actually it'll give us space to pop our flowers into. Joanna says I use them all the time too. I know, they just literally are just on my desk all the time. Right. What should I put on my card? Oh, a stylish shape die. Yeah. Let's put that around. And then let's tidy this off. So this looks a bit funny. So let's just round that leaf. Kind of layer that over the top. I've just put glue in a couple of points just to allow that to grip on but not be overly sticky in how much is being glued down. I would say the other thing you could use is mini glue dots as well. They would work well. I'm just going to use all of this, I think. Let me add some flowers in now. Let's see. Shall we have this off to the side or have like a wreath so that we've got some kind of coming up like this? This is like the, what's it, the, I don't know, flower arranging part rather than the card making part, isn't it? Like a spring wreath being put together. I kind of like that, just with it kind of coming around. Yeah, let's put them in like that before I'm just going to go for it. I'm not going to keep layering those. Just tuck that in there. I'm just going to put tiny bits of glue on the edges of those so that they still sort of, ooh, these bits stick up rather than lay flat down. There, I'm going to put that there. And this one I liked behind. See if we can cover that bit there with an extra bit of foliage maybe. We could put our sentiment over that bit, couldn't we? Actually, we could have our sentiment. I'll put that on, but I think that'll need to be covered a little bit with the sentiment sitting there. And then this one, I've gone to the effort of cutting it out, but I think, I'm not sure if it needs it or if I just cut those heads off. I think that's the way to do it. I love arranging a wreath and kind of fiddling and faffing around with these sorts of flower bits. It's just my favourite card to make a wreath with bits and bobs. And kind of cut these bits apart, and then that's see if we can tuck that in. We want to be able to see that, don't we? No good hiding. Glue dot. Glue dot is always the answer if it's not sticking. Ah, thanks, Natalie. I love pulling the bits onto a circle. And right, let's do. Oh goodness me! That's sticking to me, not the card. There. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Let's trim that. That will stem it. There. So that's 3 of those die cut pieces, just kind of layered, and then a few bits of the flowers cut out from the designer paper. Let's see what we've got. So DSP, let's see if we've got. Stay on there. I'm thinking this one. Oh, thank you. I know this is the most beautiful paper on the other side, but I am going to use the green. It is this piece, and it's such a shame to stick that way down, but I do want the green, not the floral. I'm going to put a bit of white, I think. Maybe do that. And it's like scraps on the desk. That was on the desk, so I'm going to use that. It's going to kind of sit there. And then let's have a sentiment piece here. Let's pop that. Should we do something on navy? I wonder if a sentiment piece. Don't know. Don't know. Let's maybe just stamp it in old olive, actually. Let's do the big celebrate you. We didn't have that on the other card, did we? I may have more than one pack, so you are correct. I may have a few. Right. Such gorgeous pack. Right, celebrate you. Let's just chop that out. I'm going to bring my trimmer in. Now I've managed to get that a bit squint with the trimmer. Not sure how. Right, let's glue that on. I might use the same white actually, just to tie it in. Where's my white thread? Or linen might be nice on this one. Let's do linen. So linen thread. Right, I'm going to go round the bottom of this piece twice. So just if you've joined a bit later, welcome. If you're watching on the replay, also welcome. Just to remind you, I am doing a class with this set. So if you're loving these and you're inspired, then I've got a class on the 28th of January. It's online, so kits are available for UK. Anyone in the world can join online only. And it's on Saturday the 28th of July. Will be the live in a Zoom. It streams into an exclusive Facebook group, which you have to rewatch the live. And I'll share photos, and you can share projects from what you've made in the class. And then you get a PDF, full detailed instructions for A4 and US letter size cardstock. And there is an embedded video in that, which is edited so that you watch it. It's just me taking you through the projects rather than a live replay of the class as such. So if you're interested in that, that is open until late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night UK time is when I am ordering the supplies. So that's when it will close. January. I don't know what. July. I don't know what. Is it? Can it be summer again? Oh my goodness. January. 28th of January. Oh. Is it July yet? No, don't wish the year away. Definitely not. Okay. I wanted that, but now it's kind of in the way a little bit. I don't know. It's not doing what I thought it was going to do. Is annoying. There, that's better. There. Kind of push that down a bit. There. And then that can then sit on some dimensionals. Nowhere near, I know. It's talking and cutting and sticking at the same time. My brain doesn't function. It's Sunday night at nearly 10 o'clock. Oh, goodness me. Sleep required. Celebrate you. Right, let's get some gems on this and pop it on a background. Let's use the same gems because these are on my desk and they're gorgeous. Iridescent pastels. Let's use these ones. These kind of go with every colour. Look at these. So pretty. They just pick up the colours of whatever is on your card. So pretty. This is I'm in bed. I know. Right. Should we put it on an old olive base? Oh, thanks, Liz. Do old olive. I'm pretty pleased with how that one's turned out, actually. That's not too shabby. So, which is your favourite? Do you like the old olive or the Night of Navy? If you joined late, you maybe haven't seen the first card, in which case you can catch that on the replay. I will bring it in to show you. We have a fave. Both quite different, actually. Let me bring that in. I haven't done the inside of that card. While you're deciding, I'll maybe pop an inside in that card. Look. There we go. There's that one, and I'll just do a quick inside. Is that going to fit? Just about. Not bad. A very quick inside to a card. The quick inside is popping a bit of designer paper in. So I'm going to just chop. Oh. And a bit of coordinating designer paper. There we go. Inside done. And an envelope. Let's do. Shall we stamp this? This looks kind of foliagey, I suppose. Is that a word? Foliagey. Looks like foliage. Right. Liz said if we had to twist her arm, it would be the wreath. I do, yeah, the wreath's pretty. do stamping there, and do some across the envelope. Envelopes and insides. As promised. There we go. That is the 2 cards. I will take proper photos and I will share them. They'll be shared in my newsletter first before they're shared anywhere else. So if you'd like close-up photographs and a bit more of an explanation, like measurements and things like that, then be sure to sign up to my newsletter. You can subscribe to that on my blog, so www.coastalcrafter.com, and it's on the right-hand side where the newsletter is, so you can sign up to that at any time. Joanna says stunning. Oh, thank you. Jen says I wasn't going to get this bundle. It is a pretty one, really pretty. Mary says I love how you whip that up in a few minutes. Oh, bless you. Fabulous. Thank you everyone for joining me. It's been lots of fun. Sorry for the technical issue in the middle. I'm glad the internet hung out for us for the remainder of the live. As I say, class for the Dainty Delight bundle closes tomorrow morning. So you've got sort of a little while to sign up for that, regardless of time zone of where you are. And I shall see you here, same time, same place next Sunday. If you've got any requests for anything you would like to be shared on these lives, please feel free to message me. I'm always open to suggestions. I can't always promise that I've got the sets, but if you've got a particular request, I'm always willing to have a go or use a particular set if you'd like me to. Thanks everyone. Have a lovely rest of your evening or your day, and I will see you all next week. Take care everyone. Bye.